Did you see Trump got shot? Brother, open your eyes. It's on the screen. Of course I saw it. That was crazy. Bro, this history book's gonna be stacked. Yeah, this will absolutely be a moment that'll be in books, I imagine. The officials were warned ahead of time. Yeah. Like I said, there's a lot. There's a lot. Do I think this shooting is staged? We'll get into everything. I don't necessarily think so, but it's not impossible. I just don't think so. There'd be so many people you'd have to keep quiet about something like that, but we can talk about all of it. Oh, 2 people dead, I doubt it. Oh, that's new info to me. What do you mean 2 people dead? 2 people died at this? 1 attendee's dead, and is the other one the shooter? Yep, suspected shooter and attendee dead at... Oh, wow. Yep, that's definitely not staged then. Unless the shooter volunteered to just die. Definitely don't think it's staged then. That would be a pretty crazy one to stage. The unknown powers behind it. So I keep seeing that, like, the deep state angle. I think that's a bunch of fucking baloney. The whole deep state thing, the deep state apparently does everything super successfully. They're the puppet masters that are pulling all the strings and they control everything to a perfect degree. Yet, they fail an assassination on Trump? That seems a little weird. If they're that good at what they're doing behind the scenes, they'd fail this one. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Like, they have all this power, all these connections to control the entire world, the shadow government, the deep state, yet they hire a shooter from Fiverr? I don't know about that. I think that's a bunch of baloney. Yeah, no, I definitely think the whole stage narrative doesn't work anymore. I was still under the impression that it was still just this, but now I just read that there is 2 confirmed dead, 1 being the shooter and 2 critically injured, so that definitely doesn't sound staged. But I saw this. There was this guy who said that he had seen and even tried to warn about the shooter.
We noticed a guy crawling, bear crawling up the roof of the building beside us, 50 feet away from us. We could clearly see him with a rifle.
But the thing is, like, how would no one record that on their phone? People record every fucking interaction, even as simple as going to, like, CVS, they're recording everything, yet they wouldn't film that part? The only video I saw, and again, granted, this was, like, right before going live, was the shooter dead on the roof. There's a picture that captured the bullet in flight. Well, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm wondering, like, he's saying that people saw it before and reported it and nothing was done. And I'm just wondering why no one, like, filmed that. Or if they did, where the videos are, because I am still not finding them, even when, like, blatantly searching through all of these for it. Like, how do they even allow someone like that to get into the perimeter? It's a colossal failure from the Secret Service. He was outside the perimeter? Was he? Because looking at the graph where it shows where the adjacent building is, there's tons of people right there. Are they just allowed to do whatever they want right there? Because there's tons of people there. And it's not far. That was private property building. Oh, so that building's private property, but everything next to it is... What? It seems like such an interesting area. Like, it's not big. It just seems to be very odd to be like, that area... Fuck it. How do you not check the roofs? Well, that's what I said, man. This is not far away. Like, it's really not. This isn't a big area. To me, this really just seems like a huge fucking blunder from Secret Service here, just to be like, it's kind of far. Fuck it. Not seeing the big picture about the deep state. Because again, I definitely don't subscribe to the deep state being behind this hit. Again, the deep state's got a 100% success rate, apparently, according to, like, Alex Jones and everyone, all the way up until this assassination attempt, where they chose an assassin that they found while playing League of Legends. Like, that doesn't make sense. How the fuck would they be 100% successful on all of their other shit until the assassination attempt? On a literal standing still target. That doesn't sound like the deep state. The building is a private manufacturing business. Entire area was taped off so no one could park there. Yeah, everyone knows when you caution tape something, no one's ever going to cross that. Thus, you don't need to even think about it as part of the security protocol. He was there to kill someone, not break more than one law. Trespassing, that's too far. No, this shit is actually crazy. This will definitely be one of those moments that goes into the history books for sure. It is pretty fucking crazy. There's a picture caught by a New York Times photographer of a bullet whizzing past his head. The fuck was he taking a picture with? A fucking Phantom 1000 frame per second camera? I don't know about that. Hold on, let me see. Oh, I can't even look at New York Times because it's these fucking sites. It's one of these where you have to pay to even see the article or make an account, neither of which I'm doing. Jesus Christ. That right there? That's pretty crazy if that's right. That must be a very high-speed camera. Apparently the prior job of the person in charge of Secret Service since 2022 was head security of PepsiCo. That's a cute little tidbit, I guess. Alright. What do you think would have happened if the shot fatally wounded him? I don't know. I actually have no idea. All I know is it has 100% secured the election for him. Literally how? What do you mean how? Trump is surrounded by some of the best PR people ever. Like if this was me, let's say I was up there, someone shot, I got blasted in the ear, and I had the wherewithal to throw a fist up on my way out, you can ride that for the rest of your life. It sends a message, oh, this is a guy who's going to keep fighting for the country even though people want him dead. This is a guy who's going to fight for us. And I would fucking ride that. My next rally, I'd be like, listen, all my doctors, best doctors in the world, said I shouldn't be doing this. It's dangerous. My family's begging me not to do this. I don't have to be in front of you, but I think it's important that you see that I'm here for you. Yes, there was an attempt on my life last week, but I'm here because I think it's important that I'm here to show you that I'll fight for you. Like, it's so easy. Like, that's slam dunk. Like, there's no way he doesn't ride that and win now. There's no way you could possibly fumble that. I saw that bullet coming. I moved my head just in time. I used my curse technique. I could see it coming. Luckily, I activated the Sharingan. There have been many presidential candidates in the past who have survived assassination attempts while running that didn't win the election. Not necessarily true. We also live in a completely different day and age than any other time in previous history. Like, it's very silly to think that we're the same spot we were back then. It's very different. There is right now a girl who's making millions of dollars because she talked about spitting on a penis. Like, we're not the same as we once were. You have to understand, like, right now, the best thing you can ever do to win things like a presidency is be popular, do grand gestures. And what's a grander gesture than surviving an assassination attempt and putting your fist out? That's all you need for many, 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 many people. Alex Jones made a tweet. Did Alex Jones tweet out? Let me see. I'm going to take a guess. He's immediately blaming the deep state. Oh, holy shit. He had one go up the second this happened. It's this one, I'm guessing.
Ladies and gentlemen, I told you that we're not in normal times. World War III, nuclear war is this close. They just fired 5 shots at Trump and hit him in the side of the head. And the media's like, oh, big deal. He survived an assassination attempt. This is crazy town. Biden is a complete puppet. The New World Order.
Who's saying that? This is the biggest news in the entire world. But I called it deep state. Fucking told you. I knew it. I knew it. I told you. Gotta get that in there.
They're getting ready to kill Biden and blame it on a Trump supporter. I've been saying that for over a year.
Well, they'll never get Biden. Biden's reflexes are too quick. Trump may have the Sharingan, but Biden's been working on the, the Rinnegan? It's impossible. He's too agile.
And now they've tried to kill him with a gun. They're going to try to poison him. So Trump...
Whoa!
Inside circle, listen to me. And I know you've listened before. You've had the Secret Service call me. I've briefed them on stuff. This blew up in their face. They failed. They fired 5 shots. They killed 2 people.
Hey, he's giving away the spoilers.
Maybe 3. Of course, they got rid of the shooter, so they can't find out who that was. This means the New World Order is going for broke.
Can't find out who the shooter was? What do you mean? He's dead. They can find out who he was very easily, and already have. What?
I'm about to do a live show as soon as the crew can get into the office. I just got off an airplane, just got here to where
Thank God he's going to do a live show. It's what we need.
A live show at Infowars.com.
It's the only thing that can heal us.
Video and real, but pray for President Trump. He needs to get out there and speak immediately about...
Thank God Alex Jones is on the case with that live show on the way. Fuck me. If only the shooter had listened to Alex Jones beforehand, this could have all been avoided. Alex Jones thinks school shootings use crisis actors, but thinks this assassination attempt... Hey. Everyone's a crisis actor until they're not. You don't get it. You don't get it. You don't understand. You really don't. Did Roaring Kitty predict this? Actually, where's Baba Vanga? Did Baba Vanga predict this? Surely she did. No, doesn't seem like it. That's weird. She's usually 100% with every prediction ever. Watch the video with Alex Jones talking about the shooting. He exposes the truth. Brother, I just put that on. We just watched it. The truth was... It was too much for my little virgin ears to hear. His powerful words and his promotion of the Alex Jones live show, which is going to mend the scar of this country. Thank God. Fucking patriot. It's all the deep state. World War III's happening. Putin just got blessed by Baba Vanga and the Saiyans. Alex Jones, he said it all. Conference is starting now. Where is it on YouTube? I imagine it probably is. I'll just type in conference and I bet it's the first thing. No. Okay.
This is our community.
Hello?
And I want to let the public
Where's
know
the audio?
that the FBI has deployed
Oh, it's in my left ear and only my left ear.
resources.
Give me one that actually has the right audio so I can actually listen to it.
Calling an assassination
There we go.
attempt against our former
Oh, this isn't
president,
NBC, but
Donald
this
Trump.
works.
Deputy Commissioner of Operations, Lieutenant Colonel George Bivens, is behind me, and he will discuss the operational portion that's being conducted by the Pennsylvania State Police.
Yeah, run the
Colonel
battle
Bivens.
tactics by me. I've played
Good
Siege.
evening.
I know tactics.
So let me describe for you a little bit about the scene that we have over there. As you know, there was a grandstand, a very large area, a lot of people there when this all unfolded. As you can imagine, because of the variety
His
of
hair
crimes
looks so
that have
spiky.
been committed, some are under federal jurisdiction, some are under state jurisdiction. PSP will take the lead on the homicide and the shootings of the other individuals.
So it doesn't sound like they're going to disclose any information
area.
about the actual shooter
And so
here.
there
They
are a
kind of
lot
made that clear.
witnesses, to be interviewed, but some
They ID'd him
complicators
already.
to slow
Yeah, apparently
down,
he's
some of the
already been
processing
identified,
and
but they're
the,
not officially doing it here.
positive identification of the shooter. Again, that'll all be part of the investigation, but
Man, I cannot hear the
that will
questions
all
at
be
all.
part
Holy
of the
shit.
investigation.
Reports that there were people who saw someone on the roof and tried to alert authorities.
We're following up on those. I will tell you that I am aware of those, and I am aware that law enforcement had responded to a number of reports of suspicious activity.
And we
specific
just
response
decided to
this will be
tactically
all part
ignore
of
it.
The after action.
What were the other suspicious occurrences?
That'll all be part of the investigation.
That's just like such classic law enforcement. Yeah, we actually knew about the shooter.
Could you at least confirm?
Yeah, every single time.
Pennsylvania. Would you be able to comment just what police found left behind? Any possible devices? Found any extra guns? Just anything else you'd be willing to comment?
Not at this time. No, we're still in the process of an active investigation, so we'd like to reserve releasing any information like that until we have more facts.
Today, is there any heightened threat level, critical threat level that you guys were aware of more so than what is typical for an event like this?
From the FBI's perspective, no. We did not have any specific threat information related to this event.
That's a first. That's kind of rare. Usually it's like, yeah, actually, we knew this was happening. Like with that school shooting, they're like, yeah, we actually saw this guy saying that in a YouTube
Absolutely.
chat once.
Oh, absolutely.
So we followed up and just waited for it to happen.
I understand that it's very early, there's still going to be a lot of questions, but I mean, is this a failure of security?
Oh,
Really, at this point, we're not going to make that assessment.
I actually heard that
There's
question.
an active investigation. A lot of things need to occur investigatively to make those determinations of what, if any, failures there were.
You can say if Secret Service had checked those buildings or were keeping a close eye or.
Really have to defer to Secret Service for those questions.
Where is Mr. Secret Service? I'd like some words with him. I've got a couple questions.
I don't have any information on that. You'd have to defer to Secret Service.
Why are you here then?
When will the name of the shooter?
There was a shooting today? Wait, you're gonna have to defer to Secret Service. First I'm hearing of it.
Happen tomorrow or?
So that'll be as soon as we've confirmed 100%, we're willing to release that. So if we have, as far as the contact information for the press, we should be able to do that within the next few hours, I imagine. Again, right now we're tracking down all leads and
God, this is
doing all interviews.
I don't usually watch these
tracking
conferences. This is
anything that we
fucking
can
worthless.
Regarding
This is truly
suspicious
worthless.
Locations, vehicles,
What is the point?
locations, as far as the details of the weapon?
Yeah, what kind of rifle was
Do you want to come on that?
what is used? Until it's confirmed, I would come out.
Okay, until we have the confirmation of who the shooter is, and we'll release that as part of
We're
the
keeping the identity of the rifle a
investigative
secret
Details later.
for its own protection. We haven't got consent from the rifle to release that.
So Secret Service wasn't available for the press conference at this time.
Oh, that's so helpful. Why not just wait till they were? What the fuck is the point? Instead, I'm here.
Really, anything.
I actually don't even work in this
I
office.
don't have specifics on what they were looking at.
I'm a substitute teacher.
But
I understand you're not releasing the suspect's identification right now, but as you know, is this person known to you guys? Is he somebody that you guys have been looking at?
He's not answering that. I heard that question.
Et cetera, et cetera.
again, the information that we currently have, we're looking at that obviously very intently, and as we know that information, we'll release that as well.
You don't
So
fucking
we'll
say.
plan another
We're looking at
time
information
to follow up
closely.
press conference.
This is so stupid.
We're looking at all investigative.
This is so
routes,
dumb.
Everything from.
What type of gun it is? Do you know how many shots were fired?
I don't.
And
wait.
I don't have that information.
They already said.
That'll come out in the investigation.
The guy before you said what? Wait, no. Am I on crazy pills? Didn't the guy before him say 5?
As far as the civilians,
I would confirm for you that we did have one individual killed, and I know I heard somebody say about 2 victims. There were 3 in total besides the former president. So 2 critically wounded, 1 killed.
Wait, whoa. That's actually big. Because they said in the reports
I
2
don't have
dead,
their
2
exact
critically
seating,
injured.
By individual. Their
So is it
shots
2
were
injured, 1
scattered
dead, being the
somewhat,
shooter?
And so they weren't the shooter plus 1 fatality.
No, not the same. 1 dead, not
So
counting
there was
shooter.
1
Okay,
victim of
gotcha.
the
That's what he was
shooter
saying.
Who was killed.
Okay,
And then the shooter was killed.
he just clarified. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
okay.
From your
And-
experience, how close a call was it for?
I'm not going to speculate or comment on that.
I mean, that's kind of a stupid question. Like what? How close of a call was it? Open your eyes, brother. Look around.
No.
What do you mean? How close of a call was it?
Law enforcement agencies.
Is this like a contractual obligation to do these
Well, I
conferences?
suppose, but there's a balance, I would think.
'Cause they're
that
really
any of
not
the campaigns
doing
on either
anything. This is
side,
fucking worthless.
Try to weigh. I mean, when they should announce.
Yeah, they
or how
do have
should
to prevent
announce or
rioting.
How they should conduct it. We offer our
Does
best
this really prevent
advice,
rioting?
Again, working hand in hand.
How,
with
by, like,
Secret
stalling
Service,
so people
offer our
don't go
best
riot?
advice
Like-
of how best to secure and protect
Because this is
that
terrible.
venue.
All right, not this guy. This guy doesn't say anything. This guy's actually like a fucking android. All right, let me see the TMZ video. Oh, holy shit. This video is so clear it makes it look like he's in front of a green screen. Oh my god. Wait, here. Let me pull this up on stream real quick. The quality on this video is crazy. Look at this thumbnail. They got like the contrast and everything pulled up for him. Yeah, no, this is like new though. Like when I looked at this like 40 minutes ago now, this was in none of the articles, and I guess until TMZ just now. Yeah, no, people definitely, 100%. People definitely started calling this out before it happened, and I guess law enforcement didn't bother to check? Because there's already a ton of people with their phones out here. What a complete fucking failure from the law enforcement. Wow. He was shooting from outside the rally. Yeah, but there's still law enforcement there. The guy they interviewed said that they were telling law enforcement or whatever about like a suspicious guy with a rifle. Why are they screaming? You just blow in from Stupid Town? What do you mean, why are they screaming? There's a dude shooting. At any moment, he could turn and shoot you. What do you mean, why are they screaming? Well, if I was there, I simply would have just fucking, genjutsu'd him away. So this guy just posted up broad daylight, highly visible spot. Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. A complete fucking failure here, because people saw him, people alerted authorities to him, still nothing was done until he started shooting. And now, 1 civilian's dead and 2 are injured. And Trump caught a bullet in the ear. The cops were warned 10 seconds in advance. Were they? Because the guy who was interviewed made it sound like they warned him like a pretty sizable amount of time before it happened. But maybe you're right. Maybe it was only like 10 seconds or so. But it also does seem like in the Secret Service video that's floating around, they literally were looking at the guy. That's what it looks like. So I don't know about the 10 seconds. Nah, it was like 3 to 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. Regardless, it seems like it's definitely more than 10 seconds. Like, there's no way this guy just no-clipped on top of the building, right? Like, as chat was saying, he would have had to actively get up there. And he doesn't seem to be like some kind of freak athlete who could just jump up there and take position. Like, this would have been quite a bit of setup. Plus, that's not, like, guns aren't light. Like, they're pretty heavy. So he would have had to get up there, get set up. It's not something that happens instantly. Maybe he had it pre-set up. I think that's super stupid, but it is the goofiest idea ever. He just left his gun up here from, like, a couple days before the rally, and as they're, like, sweeping the area, they just never see it. They're like, that building's private property. We're not gonna mess with that. I'm sure it's all fine and dandy over there. They just leave us all set up. This whole fucking sniper's nest. That's probably what happened too. No, I definitely don't think so. I think if there was any kind of pre-setup, he hid the gun somewhere outside their perimeter in a place they would have never thought to even sweep. Maybe. But I don't even think that's the case. Do you think they'll say the motive? Yes, they're absolutely going to have to. I think within the next 24 hours, this whole story will be fully out there. Yeah, I know. He's already been ID'd by Twitter and everything. I'm well aware. The authorities will probably ID him within the next 12 or so hours. But I know Twitter already got on top of it. I'm well aware. Assassination attempt, do you think? Given all available evidence, it's maybe brave. I do think it probably was an assassination attempt, yeah. That is what it seems like. Jesus, Twitter's a dumpster fire right now. Anytime there's any kind of very big high-stakes thing that happens, Twitter is probably the absolute worst place to find accurate information. Because I already bet there's tons of accounts impersonating this guy being like, I'm actually still right here. Wait, I got the wrong guy. That's not me on video. That's deepfake and stuff. Like spreading all kinds of different things that are completely wrong. It is probably the worst possible place to ever get information. In any type of like high tense like situation. They use Sam Hyde. Oh, the Sam Hyde one, that's without fail. Anytime there's a shooting, they always say the suspect has been identified and in custody. It's the Sam Hyde photo. And without fail, except this time, I guess. So, with only one fail, a few news agencies report the Sam Hyde pictures being the shooter. Almost every single time. Do you think he does another rally? Yes, 100%. 100%. Do they not use drones? I'm actually surprised they don't. That's a really good point. I am shocked the Secret Service with endless resources wouldn't just have drones on, like, scanning everything just to be safe. That's very interesting. I actually do not know why they wouldn't do that. Because even sometimes I've seen police use that kind of shit. You would think for something of this high stakes they would. It's because drones are loud as fuck. Well, you don't have to plant them, like, directly over the people. You just put them on, like, the outskirts. Like here. You don't need to be, like, directly over them. Secret Service should hire my cousin. He's good with fast drones. Yeah, submit a resume. I think there's going to be a lot of open positions pretty soon with this huge fucking failure here. Yeah, I don't get it either, Flamesy. Like I said, I really don't know why they wouldn't have drones here. I've never been to a rally. In my head, I guess I just always assumed that they were kind of using all of the biggest and, like, best, like, surveillance equipment and everything to make sure nothing goes crazy like this. So I am shocked that there's no drones here. Because that would have stopped this immediately. So for the drone part, many CUAS systems, it's easier to just not fly drones than try to whitelist certain drones due to signals being the same and many drones reading the same risk versus reward. Man, that was way too drone deep for my little tiny reptile brain. So is there like an actual reason they wouldn't use this here? Because I've definitely seen them used at like protests and shit. Jamming. What the fuck do you mean by... Do you think this guy brought a fucking EMP with him? What do you mean? Oh, you don't mean... Oh, I see what you mean. Do you mean like other signals and shit? Like interfering? Because that makes more sense. Yep, this legitimately just had huge effects on everything. This will probably be one of those defining moments that are looked back on in a couple of years. It is a very, very big deal. Yep, for sure. I wonder if there's more like him. What, the shooter? I don't think this will happen again. I think this is going to be one of those things where going forward, every rally is going to have the strictest security ever, which I already thought they did. I don't see this happening again. I think this will truly be an isolated incident. They're going to pour so much taxpayer money into security from now on. They'll probably be like fucking a perimeter of 20 miles out from the rally just to be safe, sweeping every building. Do you think Biden had something to do with that attempt? Man, what? No. I definitely don't think so. You think Biden got in contact with this guy and his parents? Hey, son, I got some ice cream for you if you'll do this for me. Like, no, man. Absolutely not. I know, I'm very well aware that many others have identified him, but I'm not going to be going over that until it's confirmed by all of the outlets. Does the shooter have a mustache, or is that a shadow? Asking the hard-hitting questions. I think it's a mustache. FBI is calling it an assassination attempt. What? No! Really? No. What? It is wild to me, though, that they have to wait that long before saying something like that. That blows my fucking mind. I already talked about that, Gabriel. Like I said, this, I think, immediately just won him the election. I think no matter what happens from this point forward, this has pretty much cemented it. Like, it'd be very hard to fumble this surviving an assassination attempt. Dude just locked it. Not reminding people how much he's hated. To some, but to the general populace, what it's going to do, again, like I said earlier, he has very smart PR people around him. They'll spin this as, he is fighting for us. Even when he got shot, he threw his fist up to let us know he's on our side and fighting, even in the face of adversity with people trying to take his life. He puts the country ahead of himself. And now he's at this rally, even though he shouldn't be because an attempt was just made on his life. He's still out here fighting for us in person. Like, there's just no way you could possibly lose with something like that. Not in the current day and age, when it's all just kind of showmanship. That's all you need. Unless... No, I think no matter what he says, I really don't see him fumbling that. I really don't. I don't know how you could. I actually don't know how he could. The only way that he fumbles this is if he comes out and, like, is actually, like, the bullet grazed his frontal lobe. And now all of a sudden he's legitimately lobotomized and he can't speak anymore and he's, like, doesn't know where he is or whatever. Like, that's the only way he could possibly fumble it. He had the wherewithal to throw his fist up for the sake of that picture and everything. So he's basically already ignited it and won. Who cares? Shouldn't you vote on policy? Where have you been for the last few years? That's not how anything works anymore. Again, it is all about showmanship. Optics. Performance. That's all you need. I know people keep pointing to Reagan. We are in a completely different world than with the Reagan administration. Like, it's not close. Just fucking go online. You can immediately see the big difference between today's society and Reagan's. You can't point to that anymore. We're not the same. It's super different. People only need to see a show. That's it. You crazy? We're still dealing with Reagan shit now? I mean, as a society. I mean, like, people. Like, people and their mentality is completely different now than back in the Reagan administration. Says the guy born 10 years after his presidency. Brother, look around, go on Twitter. Every single day you see the most unhinged shit imaginable of people believing in actual fucking fairy tales. I can't even say that ghosts aren't real without people being like, Charlie, they actually are real. I had a wet dream last night. I didn't come. How do you explain that? It's super different. We're in a day and age where you don't think for yourself. You just go based on the show and what you want to believe. We have fucking flat earthers. More flat earthers now than back then, I would imagine. It's super different. It's so different. What do you mean? We had a presidential debate where candidates argued about who was better at golf. And that was the most, like, cohesive argument that was even had in that debate. The golf talk. That was, like, the only time where Biden was lucid and Trump was, like, directly addressing something that was being talked about. Like, yes, like, everything has changed. Like, in terms of society. It's all about the show. It's just about the show. That's all that matters. So this is absolutely 100%, I'm pretty sure, sealed it for Trump's presidency. Donald is already in New Jersey. I don't know if you're right or not. But imagine he gives another rally tomorrow and they wheel him out like that guy in SpongeBob that had glass bones and paper skin. And he stands up and just rips it off. He's like, I don't care what they say. I'm here to fight. You're not correct. It's just because you see it more on the internet. Hey, we'll see. We will see in a few months here. How did he win the first time if we haven't changed? It's all about the show. That's all that matters, man. You think Mr. Beast would win if he ran? I think there's a non-zero chance he would win, yeah. If Mr. Beast ran in the next presidential cycle, I think there's a very non-zero chance that he wins. He would get all of the youth voting for him just because. And any old people that don't know him would Google his name and see that he does like, I cured the blind, I cured the deaf, this and that. And they'd be like, oh, okay, seems like a good guy, and vote. Wouldn't think about it even beyond that. I really think there's a non-zero chance, yeah. Because it doesn't matter. Like, it's not like Trump was a politician before he ran for president. He was just a popular billionaire. He wouldn't be old enough. Well, I'm just saying if he could. It'd be 2 presidential cycles, or 2 election cycles or something. Any thoughts on Robert F. Kennedy? I don't know a whole lot about him other than the worms in his brain talking to him or whatever. That's pretty much all I know about him. Now they're going to kill Biden and blame Republicans for it. We'll see. I don't know if there's a bullet quick enough to catch old Dark Brandon, though. They'd have to bring out a nuke to take him down. You see there's already t-shirts being sold with Trump raising his fist all over the TikTok shop. Oh my god, yeah. If you have a clothing business right now and don't care about a little grifting, absolutely. If you just start making those, you'll print money for the next week or so. Yeah. You'd be stupid not to do that, take advantage of it. Why don't you think there'll be any other assassination attempts? Like I said, I think they're going to pump so much taxpayer money into like the most unbelievably strict protocol going forward because of this. Because they can't afford another huge public L, that I just don't think that's going to happen. New York Post posted his ID. New York Post is also a fucking tabloid. That's like the worst place to get good information as well. I use New York Post for like the silly stories like flying hippos and shit, but I would never use it for something super serious. Except unless they have like some video or whatever that they posted on it. Other than that, they have nothing worthwhile to check in on. They can be right though. Sometimes they're right, sure. But it's never worth taking the risk because they're normally wrong. You're literally on TMZ right now? Hey, say what you will. TMZ, when it comes to any kind of brand new breaking story, somehow always has the videos first and the information. I actually, in recent times, can't think of any times they were wrong. Like TMZ, they've completely changed. It's crazy how accurate they are and how quick they are most of the time now. For the first like 20 years of their existence, they were the biggest slop, always wrong dog shit. Now all of a sudden they have all of this shit. And it's accurate most of the time. I actually, like I said, I can't think of a single time it's been wrong recently in the last like 4 or so years. Does the shooter use the same hairdresser as you? Man, I'm fucking tired of anyone. Does he even have long hair? It seems like it's medium. What are you talking about? We look nothing alike. And his hair is like light brown. Ridiculous. And he's wearing glasses. I don't wear glasses. Absurd. And he has no facial. Well, he has a mustache.